Doing Tarot for Kindness. It's just me today. My friend Yvonne in Kiev is has an appointment today, so he will not be here. I'm going to get my headphones in so the sound's a little bit better. Um, it's just me and the wonderful and magnificent Love Witch Buchanan is also behind the scenes producing and helping me a lot, a lot. And I'm going to be doing tarot readings for $10 per card. What a deal, and what fun we can have together. I just have to find some cards. There we go. Oh, I've got lots of cards here. I just remembered. You know what I did? Sneaky thing that I did. Look what I did. We did the witch box, but I'm using it to hold my cards, my deck. But I'm used to just seeing the witch box there, and I forgot that I put my cards in it. But super cute. We made this in the full moon workshop. I have some of these boxes. I should put these up on the site for people to make their own additional witch boxes or tarot boxes or decorate them. They're just lovely. They're plain boxes that you can decorate. And we used paint pens to decorate them with sigils and magic. Yeah. So, so thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. We are going to be doing this. I'm doing it by myself today. We're going to be raising funds for seniors in Ukraine to $40 feeds one senior for 2 weeks. Yvonne, my friend Yvonne in Kiev, he buys about 2 weeks of groceries, sometimes medicine. Sometimes there's a very cute story about this wonderful woman who actually was pushed to the brink where she was begging for a loaf of bread. I mean, it's this, which just absolutely breaks my heart. Begging for a loaf of bread, and they took her on as one of their grannies that they support. And she had a little dog, and so they buy a little bit of dog food for her dog as well as the groceries to help her stretch her pension so that she doesn't have to beg, So this is something I'm super passionate about. As you guys know, I'm Ukrainian, and I am so supportive of all Ukrainians and people who live in Ukraine, and all that they're suffering at this time. And this is a way that you and I can help people across the world, people on the other side of the world who are struggling and suffering. And this is a cause that's near and dear to my heart. There's a lot of causes that are near and dear to my heart. I have lots of products on the Parlor of Wonders that there's portions of the proceeds that go to different organizations. And I appreciate every time you guys are willing to step up and help me support these causes that are for justice, for equality, for supporting people who are suffering. Something I really am passionate about. So I saw that somebody scanned something. So I think somebody, you can make a donation. There's lots of ways you can make a donation. If you're watching me on YouTube, you might see the little donation button that looks like a dollar bill. I think it has a little dollar bill sign. You can click on that and donate $10 per card. So if you make a $10 donation, we'll do a 1-card reading. $20, you get a 2-card reading, $30, 3-card reading, and so on. As big as you want to go. If you are not on YouTube, if you're watching this on Twitter or Facebook, or you're on YouTube, you can make a donation either by going to Venmo, which you see the QR code that is next to me. You can click on that, or just put your phone camera over that, and it will take you right over to my Venmo. You can make your donation there. You can also make a donation on PayPal, and you can also make a donation. There's the PayPal one. Thank you, Love Witch. You can make a donation on PayPal, or you can make a donation over on Zelle. So there's lots of ways that you can donate. All right, so we've been having a lot of fun with the streaming, and we've been streaming, by the way, we've been streaming on our Magical Mystery Marketplace on Sundays. We've been streaming that right after the live magic Q&A, and that has been a hoot. We've done it for 2 weeks, and last week we had mermaid magic. It was so much fun. We had lots of comments and interactions. We were talking about mermaids and how we use mermaids in our magic. Next Sunday, it's going to be about tarot, and my special guest is going to be Honoreo. You might know him from Instagram. He has a couple of special streams that he does on Instagram. One is called Show Us Your Deck. Clever there. And the other one is Get Booked, or Let's Get Booked. I don't remember, but one is about books, one's about tarot and oracle decks. So he has a lot of fun over there on Instagram. He's a wonderful, very knowledgeable magic practitioner, and I'm so lucky to have him. He works at the Parlor of Wonders, both doing readings and spell services, and also ships out your orders. He's the shipping department. He also coordinates he's like the office manager and coordinates a lot of the production stuff as well. So shop manager, factory manager. Anyway, so he'll be my guest next week when we talk about tarot. And so we're going to be talking about tarot. We'll have some featured tarot items, not just decks, but some other things as well. And then we'll be giving you a great discount. Everybody that watches, we have a flash sale, 15% off. But if you're in the Coven, you get 20% off, which is a great deal. So you get an extra little bump in your discount, and your discount code lasts for a week. The regular 15% discount code is a flash sale, only lasts 3 days, but Coven members get a code that lasts a week. All right, I think somebody went into PayPal. I'm also going to check on Venmo, so I can check on Venmo here on my phone. See what we have. I don't have any paper. I really just roll up to this, you guys. I drive home from work and I just have 10 minutes to grab a water. That's about it. And then I jump on. All right, let me see what we've got here. That's not what I want. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, I've got Venmo up. Now let me get to PayPal. I think I saw someone going over to PayPal, so we'll check that out real quick and see what we got. Thank you guys so much for your donations in the past. I mean, they all make a huge difference, and literally the money that you pay will feed someone today. I'll send that money over to Yvonne. It's the morning time, early in the morning for him, and so we will get that to him, and then he'll buy groceries today. So that'll be you're making a difference right now. No waiting required. And if you follow Yvonne, you'll see that there's he has some pictures. He posts pictures on his Instagram and on his Facebook, and he posts pictures of the seniors that he's helping, which is super sweet. And he's been asking them, like, what's the secret of a good life? And they've been giving some wonderful wisdom. These seniors, some are in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, living on their own. Some are disabled and have difficulty walking or moving. It's just an amazing thing to be able to help people who are not only just having regular challenges, but also the challenge of living in a war zone. Oh, Andrew, thank you so much, Andrew. I see yours. Let's see if you got a question in here. Do you want to get your question in? You can get your question in, and we'll do a 3-card reading for you. So while you guys are getting the question in, I'm gonna I gotta get paper so I can write things down. Or you know what? Love Witch, can you write it down? And then at the end, you can just message me. So maybe I'll just put it in the chat so we can remember. That's a great way. Yeah. We can just put it together in chat. So I'll remember. All right. That's my notes. Who needs paper? We're in the 21st century. Paper schmaper, right? All right, Andrew, in your in the chat, oh, great, wonderful, thank you. So Andrew's asking, can you read about my job prospects, please? I'm waiting for one very big tech company to get back to me for my first interview. Let's see. Not only will we see about job prospects, but what's going to help with your job prospects. I think that will also be a good thing to ask, like what will help to secure this job that you're reaching out for. So yeah, let's take a look. All right. So the deck I'm using is the Wiser Tarot. really lovely Rider-Waite Smith, a version of the Rider-Waite Smith, and it's beautiful watercolor images. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, interesting. I'm wondering if there's another opportunity coming for you that's even better than this one that you're going for. The first card that we have here is the Empress card. Empress card is the card of abundance and really like juicy, flowing abundance. You look at her, she's sitting on a beautiful, cushy, throne that's got pillows on it. There's this beautiful, lush forest behind her with waterfall, and there's grain at her feet. She really does represent this idea of what I call like organic abundance, like things opening up for you, things really being abundant for you. She represents, a lot of times when we look at a reading, she can represent motherhood and fertility. So, if I look at this, Andrew, for you, I think of this idea that it's going to happen organically and it will come out to be the best. I mean, she's the empress. I mean, the empress is very like high level. So, this and the cards that follow it, I'm wondering if there's something that's even juicier and has more potential for you than the particular job that you're looking at. Doesn't mean that you're not going to get this job, but my sense is if you do get this job, if you're going at some like entry level or some like kind of getting your foot in the door level, that your opportunities will grow within this company, or that there's something even better with a different company out there where you really get to step into your power in ways that feels very comfortable to you, feels like you're just made for this job, and that the abundance and the paycheck that comes to you is one that makes you very comfortable. Really is a lovely job of, I mean, a lovely card of like this idea of like ever flowing abundance, things expanding, things growing, and you not having to make a lot of effort to get there. So I love this card showing up. Now, there's some card in the center. As I pull these three cards, the card in the center is Five of Cups. Five of Cups shows a figure that's looking at three cups that have spilled and two cups that are upright. So this card has to do with loss and gain. So there's something, oh, right below. Wonderful, Andrew. Thank you for sharing that. So Andrew says, yes, I'm trying to get into the executive level. I keep getting interviews right below director right now. So this is like you're coming in at that level, but this is like there's an opportunity for expansion. So what I'm seeing here with the Five of Cups energy, it's like there's loss and gain. So loss is the three cups over here that are spilled. But what's interesting is not on this particular deck, but in the traditional painting and traditional coloring of the Rider Waite, this often has two cups that are spilling a red liquid. We would call that wine, right? Something that's good, something that's wanted. And then a third cup that's spilling a green liquid. That would be poison, something not unwanted. So the loss has something, yes, you're losing something valuable, but you're also losing something that is toxic. Now, this could be about your current job situation or jobs from the past, because when we look at this figure, they're looking off to the left, and the left is the direction of the past. So it could be about some kind of loss in the past, or some kind of toxic environment of the past that's influencing this situation in some way. Now, as you turn around, looking forward to the future, there are two cups that are upright. And so those represent this idea that there's something good for you in the future. So if I were to say to you that this job does not open for you, what these two cards tell me is if this job doesn't open for you, there's something even better. And if it doesn't open for you, it's because this work environment has some toxicity in it that would not be good for you. So I think that's a lovely way to remind us of the most beautiful thing you can do when you're doing a spell, which is to co-create with the universe, co-create with your deities, your spirits, your ancestors, or just co-create with the universe. These spirit beings and spirit energy whether you call it God, goddess, my spirit guides, my ancestors, the universe, great spirit, whatever you call this otherworldly entity or entities or group of entities, they have a wisdom that we don't have as humans. In human form, we are looking at time like we're moving down a, I don't know, like a comic strip, maybe. Maybe that's a good, an apt analogy. And we're looking at this frame of the comic, and then we're looking at the next frame of the comic, and we're looking at the next frame. And that's how we see like a timeline flowing. That's how we see our time moving, right? We're in the present. There's a past over here that we can remember, and there's a future that's unknown. But from the perspective of spirit, really, this proves something that science knows, that time is actually a construct, a human construct. So if we look at time from the perspective of our human nature, we're like, I'm here right now, and this is what's right in front of me, and this is the best thing for me. But we don't know that for sure. Like if you can imagine, I use this analogy a lot, that we can work with the universe to open the very best doors for us. One of the things that I love to do when I do spell work is to say, universe, goddess, spirit guides, ancestors, whoever I'm working with, open the door that has my best outcome. And any door that does not have my best outcome, leave it closed. Because what happens? Well, imagine you're in a hotel hallway, and behind one of those doors is an amazing party that we threw just for you. It's got your best friends are there, great music, great food. It's behind this door, but we don't know which door it's behind. So, if I gave you this, and let's say I gave you a key and I said, the key didn't have a number on it, but I said, you have to find the door that has the best outcome for you. Well, a smart person would go, okay, great. I'm going to start at room 101. I'm going to try the key. If the little red light comes on and the door doesn't unlock, then I just move on to room 102 and try that. And I keep moving down the hallway until one of the doors opens, right? Because the door that opens is going to have my party behind it. But if you can imagine the door not opening, or like, sorry, if you can imagine all the doors opening, like if you went to that room 101 and the first door opened and behind it was somebody um, sitting there watching TV, awkward. First of all, awkward. Second of all, that's not your party. And then you go to room 102 and it's empty. That's not your party. So we don't want these doors that have mediocre outcomes or things that are going to stall us or be a waste of our time to open. We don't want room 101 to open or room 102 to open because those are going to waste our time. But likewise, we don't want to try room 101, and if it doesn't open, bash down the door or sit there crying because it doesn't open. Of course, you're allowed to have your emotions if something doesn't open for us, right? We are allowed to feel disappointed. I'm not shaming anyone for feeling the disappointment. But when we start to think about every opportunity that comes our way as do or die, and we must have that opportunity, then we are going to face some disappointment in life. And what we want to do is we want to float like a little cork on the water. We want to float in high vibration. We want to float on top of the water. We want to float in a way that is easy and leads us to our best outcomes. And sometimes that means the universe has to keep a door closed for us. So I don't know, Andrew, if this is about the jobs that you have tried for in the past, the current job that you're in, but there's something there that is making you a little bit sad. But what it's reminding you, this card is reminding you, is to turn around. Don't get stuck at the door that didn't open for you or stuck at the job that's a terrible job. But think about like, no, I'm going to move forward. And if that door doesn't open for me, fine. I'll go to the next door until I find that door that opens. There's an old book that I have that I have used many times in my life. I think they still make this book. I still think every year they would publish a new one. And it was a book called What Color is Your Parachute? And if you've ever looked for a job, if you're as old as me, that book was everywhere. think they still have it, I'm not sure, but one of the things, the little nuggets that I got from this book way back in the '80s when I was using it, when I was looking for jobs and so on and so forth, one of the things that it wisely said is that looking for a job is kind of like walking down that hallway. They didn't use the hallway analogy, but you're going to face a no, 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 and then you're going to get to your yes. But you have to remember that each no that you get is one step closer to your yes. So when you start to really be in a flow, in a real spiritual flow, you stop obsessing about what's happening right now and step back and trust that the big picture is going to open. When we have trust in our magic, when we have trust in our magic, and when we have trust in our spirits and we have trust in our guides, we don't sweat the small stuff. We don't sweat the small stuff because it's all small stuff. So this is a way for you to remember that, yeah, you're going to meet and you may have met in your job hunt some no's, but there's a yes coming up, that yes that's coming up in the future. So don't get stuck obsessing about the opportunities that didn't open for you. Whatever was on the other side of that door wasn't your party. There's plenty of things that they can list in a job listing, what your salary is going to be, what your job duties are, but they don't say things like you have a terrible boss, your desk is located next to the men's restroom and it stinks. You've got backstabbing coworkers. Who knows what's behind that door? But if you start to work in conjunction with spirit, yeah, they still make it. Thank you, Love Witch. um, if you still are if you are trusting in the universe and flowing with the universe, then you're going to actually come to those great outcomes. But setting that intention is such a powerful thing, not only for you, but to co-create and to really be in that place where you're creating with the universe and you're trusting your spirits and you're trusting your goddesses and gods and all of that to lead you to the best outcome. So third card. Third card is the death card. Death card is about when I see this for you, I mean, it has lots of meanings, a major arcana card. So, of course, it has a real rich, deep symbolic meaning. But the one that I get for you, Andrew, is this it's a card about graduation. It's one of the meanings of the death card. So, I use this analogy for the death card when I get this message that it's about graduation. I mean, that's one of the meanings. Think about graduation. When you graduated from high school, did you go, golly gee, that was a great experience. I want to do it all over again. And I'm going to start being a freshman and go through all 4 years and, do my high school years or whatever you started high school, how many years, every years. Some people have 3 years of high school, some four. So nobody, to my knowledge, I've never met the person that after 4 years of high school is like, goody, I want to go back and repeat exactly, do that, go through the classes again, take those classes again, do everything again. No, you get to the point of graduation and you are, what you're looking forward to is working or going to college or your gap year or whatever it is, your summer, summer travel or whatever it is, you're looking forward, you're not looking back. And so when the death card comes in, it's an opportunity for us to graduate. So there's something in all of this that has a graduation energy for you. It may be graduate, like this job is opening up that quality of graduation. But if that job is not for you, then don't sweat it because that means that there is something that's going to graduate you to your next level. There's something that is going to get you to the place where you're not repeating these job that feel, I mean, they're not entry level jobs, but they might feel like, oh, I'm just going in just to get my foot in the door. Trust it. Trust it. So as I look at this, there's good energy around it. We have the Empress card, but the Empress card is saying you're meant for big things. You're meant to be at a really big leadership level, but you will do it with such grace and ease and comfort. It won't be pressured. And so I think that really good job is waiting for you. It might be here. It might be here, but it might also be somewhere else. And you have to trust in that flow. So if it's not this one, there's something better around the corner, and don't get stuck at this one, like being the be all and end all. because if you get stuck, it's like standing at that hotel room door and banging on the doors, saying, let me in, when there's nothing behind or no one behind that door. Andrew says, this is clicking hard. My first tech company was really acting sketchy. When I reapplied for them during the interview I did with them very recently. Oh, yeah. This can be that, if it's that door, trust. I mean, just be in trust. And this is like really what I call like mindset magic, or really being like, if mindset is half of magic. Yes, we have our support tools that help us with our mindset, that actually have energy that support our mindset. But when we doubt our magic or doubt the universe, it just is like, it's not to say you can't manifest if you're doubtful. Of course you can manifest, but it's like climbing up a hill when you could be having a lovely coast down downhill. Why not coast downhill? And the mindset magic will help you tremendously with that. So yeah, so I feel like there's something really powerful brewing here. There's something really powerful. You got two major arcana cards, and really I love to see this one, but I also love to see this one, because this is like you graduating to something really good. And if that, that job that you were in before is sort of like, it's time to graduate. It really is time to graduate. Well, thank you, Andrew. Thank you for donating. I have seen some other people clicking on the QR code. So I think that we've got some other donations. Let me see what else we have. I'll go check on Venmo. Nothing on Venmo. Let me see if PayPal has anything. All right, let me see PayPal. Thank you so much, Andrew. And 100% of your money is going to go to feed seniors in Ukraine who are suffering and need just basic food. And we'll be getting that money to them. All right. Okay, so we are waiting. I think there's another one. Nope. That's a regular reading. By the way, you guys, if you want, oh, this is nice. Oh, okay, great. All right, perfect. I just saw something that was great. Okay, so if you are wanting a reading, oh, Andrew says, thank you so very much. Love you all. Thank you so much, Andrew. You are just wonderful, wonderful client and customer. And I'm so grateful for you making this donation. Really, really means a lot. If you are watching and you would like to have a reading, I'm doing readings for $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds goes to feed seniors in Ukraine. $40 feeds one senior for 2 weeks. So right now we are feeding 75% of a senior. And I want to remind you that we have tarot readings here, but also we have tarot readings at the Parlor of Wonders. I do tarot readings along with a number of wonderful tarot readers, including the Love Witch, who's here producing this show today in the background, making it all happen. We also have Honoreo, who does readings. Miss Kelly does astrology readings. We have the Oracle Bomb, Chelsea, the Oracle Bomb. We have Romy. We have B. So we have a lot of wonderful, wonderful readers at the Parlor of Wonders who are more than happy to share their gifts with you, to give you a reading, and you can have a private reading. So if you want to have a reading, but you want it to be private, maybe it's something personal, maybe it's something you don't want out in public, then you can most definitely book that there. But we have fun here, and we do wonderful readings, sort of public readings for this wonderful cause, which is to get groceries to seniors in Ukraine. By the way, I'm wearing a Ukrainian shirt today. I should show you my t-shirt. I was at the hot, sweaty factory today, but I was wearing my tough kitty cat t-shirt. So in Ukrainian, that was one of a fundraiser that someone else had selling these shirts. Oh my gosh, Quartz Rose Tarot said, I just bought your books. Glad I found you on here. Thank you so much. Yes, so we're doing, what we're doing is Tarot for Kindness. It's a fundraiser. 100% of the proceeds go to feed seniors in Ukraine. You can have a tarot reading with me. I'm happy to do a reading for you. You can ask any question, and I'm happy to do a reading for you. We have $10 per card is what we are charging. So you can have a one card reading for $10. You could have a, hi, John Paul. You could have a two card reading for $20, a three card reading for $30, and so on. So if you'd like to get a reading about something, it's a wonderful way to just get a quick check in. Sometimes people are wanting to have just have a quick question. How is this going to go? Or how is that going to go? And the options for readings are 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. You don't need that much time. Well, this is a great opportunity. You can ask those quick questions. You can connect with me, and you're going to help a very worthy cause, which is feeding seniors in Ukraine. So I'm very, very happy to be doing this with you guys today. All right. So let me see if there's anything over I'll see if there's anything at Zelle. I think let's see. You can pay. There's lots of ways that you can participate. If you're watching on YouTube, you can pay by either clicking the little dollar sign below. It's Love Witch. I don't know what it's called, that dollar sign thing. It's got a name, but I don't remember it. You can click that. Oh, there we go. A super chat. Thank you. Super chat on YouTube. If you do super chat on YouTube, you get all these cute little, you get highlighted on the chat, and you can donate that money, and then we can do a reading for you that way. Super convenient if you're over on YouTube. But you can also donate via Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. There's lots of options there. You can see the options in the little thing below. We've got a QR code that you can click on that you can donate through Venmo, and Love Witch is cycling between Venmo and PayPal for that QR code, making it easy. And if you make a donation and I don't see it, you can put a chat. You can write in chat, I made a donation. Let us know where you donated, and then let us know how much you donated, or how many cards you're wanting, and then where you donated, and we can check up on that, and then I can do a reading for you. And we'll do a tarot session, a mini tarot session. Great way to get a little quick check-in. Oh, Quartz Rose Tarot says, super chat of $19.99. Don't need a reading, just want to donate. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that is so kind. Thank you so much. I'm going to put you in my little list, and my little, it's Quartz Rose, Quartz Rose. That's what it is. Quartz Rose Tarot. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Well, now we're up to $50. This is great. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Quartz Rose Tarot. So we are doing Tarot for Kindness, $10 per card, 100% goes to feed seniors in Ukraine. Thank you so much. Quartz Rose Tarot says, you're welcome. I love your book. I'm so grateful that you are enjoying my book. It was a labor of love. I'm guessing it was the Baba Yaga book, or the Candle Magic book, probably, or the Tarot book. I've got 3 books out, so I don't know which one. Probably not Tarot, because you're a tarot reader, I'm guessing. So I don't know which one you got. You'll have to let me know. You can also make a comment here about anything. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing in terms of, like, I have a little hashtag over on Instagram that is do one thing for Ukraine every day. And in that, I often list actions that you can take to help Ukraine and to help Ukrainian people. We can donate here, and that is a big, big, big help. But it doesn't have to be about donating or raising money. There are so many things that you can do to help Ukraine. First of all, one of the recommendations I have is follow Ukrainian creators. So if you look in the people that I follow, and I follow a lot of people, like I follow a lot of witchcraft accounts, and then cat accounts, lots of cat accounts, and all kinds of other things that I'm interested in. Sometimes I find craftspeople, and I'm just interested in seeing them make their crafts. So there's a lot of hodgepodge of my interests in the follows. But you will also see that I follow a lot of Ukrainian accounts. So you can check out those Ukrainian accounts and follow them. Following an account costs you nothing, very little effort, but has a huge impact, because we want to amplify Ukrainian voices and amplify the experience of people. And there are so many accounts that are cute, cute pictures of cats and dogs with Ukrainian soldiers. There's ones that are beautiful scenery of Ukraine. There's ones about music. I mean, so there's so many things. So if you don't want to see war imagery, or you don't want to see something that is disturbing, you don't have to follow those accounts. But there's plenty that I follow that have lovely, beautiful, uplifting stories about Ukraine, and you can follow those. Or if you want to be informed and want to see what's happening in Ukraine, sometimes it's very hard to see, and sometimes, you know, we need to know what's going on there. So I follow a variety of different accounts, and you can check out those accounts that I follow and find ones that you like. I like to also share and post as well, so you can see the ones that I've shared and follow those. Another thing that you can do is listen to Ukrainian music. So if you have a streaming service like Spotify, type in Ukrainian music and see what comes up. There's everything from super traditional like folk music to super modern music, rap and house music and EDM and all kinds of things that Ukrainian creators are creating. I also follow a bunch of Ukrainian artists over on Instagram, so you can see those Ukrainian artists that I follow and follow them as well. Other things that you can do, so you can follow. That's one thing that you can do, is follow Ukrainian accounts. You can follow Ivan, even if you aren't donating. Ivan posts pictures of the seniors that he's helping. It's super uplifting because you're seeing somebody help. And he also posts a little bit about his life in Kyiv and what's happening in Kyiv, but it's always just his reality of what's around him. So sometimes you hear drones and things like that. Thank you so much. There's Ivan's link that you can add him on Facebook. Sometimes it's things like hearing drones, but this is the reality. And I think we also need to know the reality of what's happening, so we have compassion, and not just put it out of our mind. It's so easy, to get distracted and, I don't know, watch the latest Kardashian scandal or something like that. I love to consume gossip news. I like that stuff. It's fun to follow your shows, or follow the creators or performers of different shows that you like and things like that. But I think they can sometimes be a distraction, and we also need to be grounded in the reality of what's going on. So dip our toe in it at least, so that we know and have compassion for people and what's happening over there. Another thing that you can do is not only just follow these creators, but you can also like their content. So if you put a little heart, or you like it, that also adds and helps their algorithm and helps people see see their stories and see what they're doing. So when you find those creators that use Ukrainian creators that you like, follow them and like what they post. You can also share what they post. You can use regram, repost. There's all those regramming apps, and you can share what they post on your feed and let your followers know. I do that a lot with the Ukrainian soldiers and the animals that they're caring for. I just saw a really cute post somebody made, that an illustrator had made pictures of all these soldiers with different animals, and it was one of the things that I think everybody loves to see, which is the compassion of the Ukrainian people, even despite them being on a battlefront, that they're still caring for the animals, wild animals, domestic animals around them. It's just really beautiful and a heartwarming thing to see, that despite all that, you can still have humanity and be kind and care for other living beings on this earth. There you go. Do one thing for Ukraine every day is my hashtag that I have up on Instagram, and you can find a lot of other suggestions that I've made for things that you can do. You can also go to a march. If there's any marches in your town, find out if there are Ukrainians that live in your town. It depends where you are, of course. I'm in Los Angeles, so we have a Ukrainian culture center here, and I participate in the events that they have and make donations and have active membership over there. In New York, there's a beautiful Ukrainian museum, lots of Ukrainian people on the East Coast, descendants of Ukrainian people, and all around the world, there's diaspora Ukrainians that have left. Either they have left, their families have left because of the war now, or wars that have gone on in the past. Up in Canada and Alberta, there's lots of Ukrainians, people of Ukrainian descent up there, and there's lots of museums and other places like a Pesanki Museum, Ukrainian culture museums and art museums. In New Jersey, there's a Ukrainian Culture Center. So they're all over. They really are all over, and they're quite exciting when you go into them. And beautiful. Love Witch and I went to the Ukrainian Museum in New York and saw the beautiful embroideries and artwork and all the gorgeous things that they had on display. And I'll be going back in September because my favorite, one of my all-time favorite artists, but definitely my top Ukrainian artist, is Maria Primanchenko. And she has some beautiful, yes, Love Witch says it was an incredible collection when we went. Yeah, it was so gorgeous. So Maria Primanchenko, who is an artist that was in the 20th century, she created this beautiful, fantastic, kind of naive art, but it was absolutely gorgeous. Even Picasso, not the greatest person, but certainly a notable artist, looked at her work and met her and looked at her work and said it was phenomenal. And it is phenomenal work. It's really spirit driven, and it's magical art. It really is very magical art. And they're going to have a show at the Ukrainian Museum in New York in September. I think September going into the early spring. There's going to be a show there. So I'll be going in the fall to New York just to see that show. And of course, hang out with my friends, Love Witch and B. And I have another friend that lives in upstate New York that I'll be going to see. So, just doing things for Ukraine, supporting Ukrainian businesses, supporting, there's another thing that you can do to do one thing for Ukraine every day. I teach classes through Catland Books about Slavic magic. And so you could attend a Slavic magic class and learn about Slavic magic. You can find them by going to catlandbooks.com. I teach a class the last Wednesday of every month. Oh, thank you, John Paul. Wonderful. I'm going to answer that question. Hold that question right there. Love Witch, so I can see it. But I was going to say, you can take these classes. We've got classes coming up all through the rest of the year, and Catland Books is hosting these classes. They're about Slavic magic. You do not have to be Slavic to be interested in Slavic magic or to participate in the class. Often I get asked that question, if Slavic magic is a closed practice. I do not teach it as a closed practice. I teach it as an open practice. And if you're interested in Slavic magic, you're welcome. If you're curious about it, if you want to know more about it, if you feel called to it, or if Baba Yaga has called to you, you can come and join. Yes, and Love Witch has put up there, witchcraftworkshops.com is where you can find all the workshops that I'm hosting and teaching, including the ones that I teach for Catland. So you will want to check that out. Go to witchcraftworkshops.com. All right, John Paul had a question. Thank you so much, John Paul. Thank you so much. Let me get your note in here. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. So this, the question is, the wine shop where C, the manager is, will be closing in early August. Oh, the last time I was there, C was very distant and very short in conversation. If I wondered if I should still go to the store before it closes. Well, yes. I mean, obviously, I'm going to say before you lose touch, this is a great opportunity, actually, to share, if you have a business card, or drop off a business card, or share your social media or something like that with this person and let them know, hey, I know the store's going to be closing. We both have this interest in kava. I'd love to keep in touch. Let me know where you land. If they're going to go work at another wine shop, or, some other kind of place that specializes in wine, you'd want to keep in touch with them. So just leave that, leave that business card, or leave that, social media account, and, some way that they can get in touch with you and follow you would be a great thing to do, just to keep the connection going, for sure. At the very least, I mean, I saw such lovely cards for you. I mean, I think at the very least, you'll keep in touch and have that common love of wine, but it could develop into something else. And I do get the sense that, probably the stress was related to losing their job. I mean, that's always will create a stress. Maybe they're just, feeling stressed about that and, worried about that. That's a big worry, losing a job. And if you're, a store is closing, that's like in a couple weeks, they have to find something. This is really, I mean, you might even offer to say, hey, are you going to be looking for another job? And if I see something, I'll let you know, but let's keep in touch. I mean, that could be a great way to be of service to this new friend, and really extend that helping hand, but also have a way for you to keep in touch, which could be really good. All right. So that could be a good thing to do. Just some practical advice here, but let's see what the cards have to say. Thank you so much for your donation. 100% of the proceeds of this goes to feed Ukrainian seniors. We're going to be sending the money over to Ivan today. He had an appointment this morning and couldn't be with us today, but he will be back next week, and we will send him the money this week. So he has that to use to buy groceries today. Okay, let's see. Oh, Well, the first card we have is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is absolutely that energy of like keeping the communication open. There is a quality of the Page of Swords where someone is distracted. Okay, so look at the Page of Swords and his posture. He's holding the sword right here, but he's looking away from his sword. He's looking in the other direction. Right? That's not what you do with a sword. When you have a sword, you're supposed to be focused on that sword and, and practicing with it, but he's looking away, which is often an indication of like distraction. So I get that as a very clear message, two clear messages for you. Number one, let's open up this line of communication. Sorry, it's really hot here and I'm sweating. Let's open up that line of communication between the two of you. Swords always can indicate communication, but understand that if he's distracted, it's not because of something you did wrong or to take it personally. I think it's the job situation that we were seeing. Likewise, I see at the second card, look what we have, the Lovers card showing up. So there's a real connection between the two of you. It could very well be a romantic connection with the Lovers card showing up, but certainly you can be in partnership with this person and be kind to this person to help them find another position, help them find some other role. So if you are feeling like, but it could really be something more than that. So I feel like this is a little distraction or a little distance because of the job situation. And it would be lovely for you to offer, not that you're going to find a job for someone, but if you hear of something, to let them know, what their specialty is, and their interest in wine and maybe gourmet things. But I would, say, oh, do you have another job lined up? And if they don't have another job lined up, say, oh, well, what are you looking for? And what kind of job are you looking for? And I can keep my eye peeled. And if I hear of anything, I can let you know. Here's my card or whatever. Here's my card, or here's my social media or whatever. You can find me here. And then if I find anything, I'll just let you know. And that can open up that door. I mean, that would be a lovely, lovely, kind thing to do. And certainly there's something special between the two of you that I don't think is going to end when the store closes. So make that offer. How do you feel about that, John Paul, about saying something like that, like offering to help find a job, or keeping in touch, at least keeping in touch? But I think offering the job is a great way to open up that channel of communication. But I get the sense that they're just distracted, looking at in the other direction, because they're, dealing with a lot right now. So let me know what you think about that. But I really think that could be a wonderful way to open up the channel of communication and have the beginning of a channel of communication. That's another thing. Pages represent the beginning of a journey of some kind. And the journey is something really connected between the two of you. Very nice to see. So I love that. So let me know what you think about that idea. Tell me if you think you could offer something like that or say something, You might feel a little shy, but this is a good excuse, which is they might be looking for a job to ask them, if they're where they're going to be working or do they have another job lined up. I think that's a good way to approach it. All right, let's see if there's any more donations. Thank you so much. Um, we're doing readings, $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds go to feed seniors in Ukraine. My friend Ivan Subotin has um, a grassroots fundraiser that he does called um, I don't even know if it has a name. He just is feeding what he calls grannies. I know grannies is so funny, but it's senior men and women who are some of them are disabled, some of them are in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. They have very small pensions that don't cover their basic needs. Sometimes they go without food or they have to choose between food and medicine. And in Ukraine, $40 buys a decent, nice, basic, ingredients for meals, and this supplements their pensions so much. Not only that, but we've often talked about it, Yvonne and I, and he says the visit is just as much of value to them as the food because some of these people are shut-ins. They can't get out of the house because of their disabilities or just the lack of safety in their area. They can't leave the house. And so this company, this company coming in once a month is just a blessing to them. So you guys, by making your donations, are really providing blessings to these seniors who are in such a horrific situation, an unimaginable situation that they're in, and not only that, having struggles to find food and to feed themselves or to buy medicines and all those things. So, yeah, you're doing it. You guys are doing it. Let me jump over and see if there's anything over on PayPal. If anything got sent over there. All right, just takes me a second. Jump in and see. Whoops, I have to enter my password properly. That would help, huh? Let's see. Okay, nothing on PayPal, nothing on Venmo. All right, we'll hang around for another 9 minutes. We'll hang around till 8 o'clock here. And so it's your last chance if you want to get a reading. Oh, he told me he'd be getting unemployment. Okay, so if you, why not ask what is he looking for? What kind of job? I mean, I think it always helps to network. I mean, if I were, if I were looking for a job, if a friend or acquaintance says, "Hey, what are you looking for? If I find something, would you like to let me know?" Um, would you like me to let you know about those opportunities if I see something that's up your alley? Have that conversation, and here's how you can reach out to me and let me know, and I'll let you know if I see something. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Do you have a business card? Oh, 7C Mystic. Thank you so much. Good evening, madam, and people of the chat. Sent through Venmo. Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful. Oh, I didn't. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we're doing, you left a little extra. Okay, a 2-card reading. But we have, let's see. Thank you so much. All right. Donation of 23. Let me get you in here. I'm typing it down. Thank you so much. All right, your question. Um, my question is a little bit weird. I've had an indication that one of my primary guides who assists me with tarot readings is from a civic area of the world. A civic area of the world. You have to explain to me what that means. You want to put in the chat? Oh, situation is there anyway? Can you tell me where she is from geographically in the world, or at least if there's the area region I've been getting indications about is correct? Well, I'm going to teach you guys a little tarot trick. So depending on where you are, 7C Mystic, I can do a reading using north, south, east, or west, and we can look how far it is, right? How far it is. There's a little tricky way with the tarot that we can do that. So if you think about the minor arcana. So this is using the minor arcana to sense a direction. So if we look at the minor arcana and the suits, swords represents the element of air, which represents the direction east. South represents the element of fire, which represents the direction south. Cups represents the element of water, which is the direction of west, and Pentacles is the element of earth, and the direction is north. Now we can look at the minor arcana and see if it's close north, south, east, or west, or far north, south, east, or west. Close would be ace, and farthest would be king. All right, so very distant would be king, very close would be ace. So we're going to do a very different kind of reading. It's only a one card reading because we just pull until we have a minor arcana show up, and that can tell us close, far, medium, distance, and in what direction. All right. So, and then for your second card, you can ask another question. So you can pick another question about that. All right, let's take a look and see. Where is 7C Mystics spirit guide from? In the world. And this is in relation to you, 7C Mystic. It's in relation to you. So wherever you are, this is west, north, south, east from you. Oh, you're in New Orleans. Okay. All right. Wonderful. I love New Orleans, by the way. Oh my gosh. I love New Orleans. It's one of my favorite. My partner and I love going there. We love music, magic. I mean, it's all the things that we love. Art, creativity, fun, randomness. I mean, all of those things are New Orleans, aren't they? Good drinks. I love that little, oh my gosh, I love that little milkshake stand that sells the alcoholic milkshakes down at the French. It's not in the French Quarter. It's down by the marketplace. Oh my gosh. Love Witch says we need to plan a trip to New Orleans in the winter. Yes, summer is pretty hot. Summer's pretty hot. Fall's nice though. It's warm in the fall. Definitely warm in the fall, but not quite so blazing hot, you know. Fall and spring are good. All right. So let's do this first one. And this one, we're going to look at the direction for you. Okay. Direction and distance. Okay. First card. I'm going to show you the cards as I pull them up. So first card is a strength card. But it's not a minor arcana card, so it doesn't count, but it might mean something in relation to this. Also, Emperor card. Look at that, strength card and Emperor card. Powerful spirit, man. That's got to say something. Judgment card. We're pulling all these majors up. This is like the resurrected, powerful spirit that's super strong. That you have to be a strong spirit to come through, I think, you know, to really come through. I do think. Okay. All right. So here we go. We finally got 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is to the west of you. 7 of Cups is also very middle distance. So if I were to look at that, it could be like for you, either the West Coast, it could be Japan, it could be Hawaiian Islands, it could be South Seas. That's what I would look at as west and the distance of 7, because 7's kind of almost right in the middle. You know, it's halfway through those pips cards. So I don't know if that confirms what you're sensing or thinking or feeling, or what the sense that you've got. But I'll tell you something. This spirit is sure a powerful one, with those 3 major arcanas showing up as well. So yeah. 7, I get 7 middle distance. It's a fun way to read. It's a fun way to read. You know, it's also a great way. You can also use the pips cards to tell timings on things. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can get a timing on something by using the pips cards. Days are swords, weeks are wands, cups are months, and pentacles are years. And then the number 1 through 10 will tell you, is it 1 day, 10 days, 1 week, 7 weeks, 7 months, and so on. So 7 of Cups would be 7 months. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. What is it, 7C Mystic, that you're getting for the location that you are picking up? We'll see if we match. We'll see how good my system works. You could put it in the chat, and then Love Witch will put it up for me. I'm so curious. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 7C Mystic, I see what you're saying. Not the area I was thinking or feeling, but since I have money in my spiritual court, this is definitely giving me something else to explore. Huh. It could be that this is um oh, interesting. The spirit I've been getting indication from is either in the Ukraine or somewhere near to there. Ah, interesting. Interesting. This could be another spirit. This could be another spirit, or it's just a system that didn't work. Listen, tarot readers, you're a tarot reader, we don't bat 1,000. It could be, but yeah. Uh, so many text is killing you tonight. I see that. No worries, no worries. We know you're texting and typos happen. No worries. Um, uh, oh my gosh, Love Witch talking about New Orleans says last time I was there in January, it was such an incredible time. Yeah, I'm wondering, Baba Yaga is the spirit from Slavic lands, including Ukraine. And so maybe it's that kind of spirit, strong and powerful, that's for sure. But I'm getting West energy. I mean, that seems a little, it could be West, but that seems like it would be higher up. It's pretty far West if we're going to go that far to Ukraine. So, speech to text is ridiculous. Yeah, I know, right? All kinds of messages come out of that. All right, so here's your last call, you guys. I'm going to hang out for 5 more minutes. If you want to get a reading, $10 per card. We've had some wonderful, I'm going to give a shout out to the people who have, oh my gosh, we were looking, by the way, my kids showed me this viral sort of influencer, I guess, but it's this woman. Okay. 7C Mystics says, I definitely do not disagree with your reading. I know that there are several in my spiritual court. So explore that, because I'm wondering, somebody really powerful is coming from the West. And it could be, like I say, it could be Polynesia. It could be maybe as far as Japan as well. All right. We've got M has made a donation. Thank you so much in the super chat. Thank you so much. M, thank you. So I'm going to give a shout out before we get started with you. I'm going to give a shout out to all of you who have donated tonight. Andrew, thank you so much. Quartz Rose Tarot, thank you so much for your donation. John Paul, thank you for your donation. 7C Mystic, thank you for your donation. And M, thank you for your donation. Thank you guys so much. Because of you, we are able to feed some seniors today in Ukraine and bring them food and groceries and medicines and all the things that they need. All right, let's take a look and see. So let's see. M says, hi, Madam Pemita. Could I please get 2 cards drawn? My question is, I have a newish platonic friendship with a neighbor, but I noticed some things about her, white lies, etc. Am I being too critical? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we see about this neighbor. Okay. All right. I think you can have a cordial relationship with this neighbor, but you might want to keep a little bit of distance, not get too close. The reason I say that is because we've got the strength card, and sometimes strength card, the meaning of the card, of course, major arcana cards are very rich in meaning. They have lots of different meanings. But what I'm really picking up from this is like a need to control a situation, or a need to control a narrative, or possibly even a need to control you, or desire to control you, or to even have like a kind of one-upmanship with you. This can be like, like if we look at this lady, she's very gentle. It's not like I get a sense that she's going to do something evil or bad, or devastating to you. But I do get a sense that there's a need to control. She's controlling the lion. And so there's something in there that she may be using these little white lies to control, or to at least maybe present herself in a way that is more bigger than she is. This is also the card of Leo. And Leo likes to be appreciated. I don't know what her sun sign is. She may have Leo in her big three, but Leo doesn't need a lot. They just need to feel appreciated. So I'm wondering if just expressing appreciation might be calming this stuff down. You know, if you express appreciation to her for, being a good neighbor, something nice that she did, it might cause this feeling of, I need to show I'm in charge of a situation. Might calm that energy down a little bit. And the one little concern I have is that one upmanship. And if that's what's happening with these lies that she's telling, or half truths that she's telling, are they trying to impress you? Is it trying to be like how cool I am, or something like that? Um, then, take it all with a grain of salt. I don't think she has a bad intention. That's what I do not get. I do not get a evil intention, a bad intention. I get more of a need to be in control intention. Here's what the second card, 3 of Wands. And I've gotten from this card for you, keeping a little bit of distance, being a little more formal, maybe a little less chummy with her. Doesn't mean you have to distance yourself, although we have this merchant who's looking at these ships that are sailing far away. But I'm wondering if it's just like an appropriate distance, or maintaining an appropriate distance. Um, you know, Cordial, friendly, kind, welcoming, but maybe she doesn't have to be your bestie. Um, if you are new, if you moved, let's see, a newish platonic friendship with a neighbor. So I don't know if it's just new discovery for the two of you, or if you moved in there recently. But if you moved into a new town and this is a nice person, it would be nice for you to also explore other friendships, or make other friendships. So bad. So I don't think you have anything to worry about per se, except for the issue of control or one-upmanship. That's the only thing that I'm getting. So does that make sense, Em, for what the situation is? Is that making sense for you? Let me know in the chat. You can let me know. All right. I think somebody scanned something. So I'm wondering if we have another person. You can go into chat and you can put your question in and let us know where you made the donation, so that we can get to your reading today. So if you haven't done that, go jump into chat, whoever was making a donation, and I will check as well. Yeah. Let me know, Em, how that resonates for you. It's always good to know. All right. Let me see over here. Let me just check PayPal real quick. I have to log into PayPal each time, so it's a little bit of a pain, but right there. If you made a donation, be sure to let us know, so that we don't, because we're getting close to the end here and I don't want to miss anybody or make you wait. So make sure you just let us know if you made a donation and where you made a donation. And then we'll make sure you get your reading. Oh my God, PayPal is being really slow. Come on, PayPal. Open up. It's really slow. Want to remind you, if you want to be in my inner circle, we have the Coven. The Coven is my inner circle. This is actually my Patreon, but it is really an inner circle because there's lots of ways that you can interact with me. We worked really hard, both the Love Witch and I, coming up with this Coven and those perks that we put in there. And we're adding new perks all the time, by the way. But we have things like monthly tarot card pulls. We have a monthly spell service. We set an intention for the month, and I let a group spell service where you have a candle on my spell for the month, and you get to be a part of that. We have a Spirit Speakeasy, which is a private Q&A for Coven members. We have flash sales. We have discounts at the Magical Mystery Marketplace, which happens on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Over here on all these places, we use the same streaming service for doing that. Um, I'm trying to think if yeah, we got all kinds of cool things over at all kinds of videos. You can vote on the next candle that we drop. I mean, there's all kinds of fun things over there. We really want to make it very special for you. We even have a level where you get a 30-minute reading with me once a month. We have also at the upper levels, you can get a free on-demand video class every month. I mean, it's just really good perks. We wanted to make the Patreon really good, and we wanted to give opportunities for us to get together, because this is what I want. Is I want to be able, I've got lots of big groups that I get together with, the live magic Q&A, the workshops and so on. But I love these little groups where we get to build relationship, and we get to learn from each other and learn about magic and talk about magic and make magic together. And the Coven is what it's all about. So I would love it if you would go to coven.vip. There's a link, there's the QR code. I would love it if you go over to the Coven and check it out. I think you will love it. We've had a great response to it. Wonderful people joining. And there's everything from a $3.99 a month level all the way up to the VIP which includes a 30-minute reading with me once a month. And we're adding cool new perks all the time. We have exclusive product drops. We have early product drops for Coven members. I mean, all kinds of fun things. So I hope you will join us for that and at least go check it out. Go over to coven.vip, check it out. You might find something that you like. You might find some fun level that has the perks that you like. I mean, really good things over there. We wanted to make it good. Like, I didn't want to have a Patreon that's just like, buy me a coffee. That's not, to me, I want to make it like a very active group and a very interactive group. So, yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, apparently, I don't know if you are able to get back to me to let me know about that neighbor. But anyway, if you can, that would be great. All right, you guys. So let's add up our totals. I think we can add up our totals now. If there's any last call for tarot readings, this is your last chance. So what our totals are, we have 50 and 60. So it's 113 that we've raised tonight, 113 that we've raised to help seniors in Ukraine, feed them. That means we can feed 2.5 seniors plus a little bit more. I think that's really great. 2.5, 2 3/4. I'll probably bump it up to make it 3 so that we have 3 seniors that we can help. I'll add some of my own funds to that to bump it up to the level of 120. Why not, right? So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to go have some dinner now. I just roll in at right after work and at my house and do this. And we'll be here next week. So I hope you'll join us next week. Yes, we will be here next week because today's yes, we will be here next week. And I hope to see you then, and have a great evening. Thank you so much, Andrew, Quartz Rose Tarot, John Paul, 7C Mystic, and M. I really appreciate your donations. The seniors in Ukraine appreciate your donations. And go to Yvonne's Instagram or go to Yvonne's Facebook, and you can see the seniors that you've helped. Thank you so much, you guys. You are the best. Don't forget to join us here, same place, different time, but same place on Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We do the Magical Mystery Marketplace. Next week, it's going to be all about tarot. It's going to be a lot of fun. We do discounts, giveaways. We do chat. It's Witchy QVC, which is kind of the best. And all kinds of crazy things happen. Onareo is going to be my special guest. We're going to have a lot of laughs. I mean, he is really at heart a comedian. We were laughing a lot today. So if you join me over there this Sunday, we'll be doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys there. It's a great time. It's silly, fun, but you also get discounts and giveaways. What's not to love about that? All right, you guys, thank you so much. Love Witch says, thank you so much, everyone. Hope to see you all here on Sunday. I hope to see you all here on Sunday. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful donations, your generous donations. I really bless all of you. I bless you just for watching, even if you didn't donate, but you're just watching this. I send you loving blessings and thank you so much for just watching and supporting. For those who donated, thank you extra for donating and helping those seniors in Ukraine. This is something near and dear to my heart, and I'm just so appreciative that you will join me in this mission that I have. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you soon. I hope I see you on Sunday for Live Magic Q&A and the Magical Mystery Marketplace. All right, take care. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.